Least to most confident zodiac signs. Confidence is one of those traits that everyone claims to have, until it's time to give a speech or slide into someone's DMs. Some zodiac signs are naturally bold and self-assured, while others prefer to stay in the background and avoid the spotlight. From the shy and cautious to the ones who practically strut through life with theme music playing, here's how the zodiac signs rank from the least to the most confident. Number 12. Pisces. Pisces tends to second-guess themselves constantly. They're empathetic and deeply emotional, which often makes them worry about what others think. Their confidence is shaky because they compare themselves to everyone around them. Instead of shouting their wins, they quietly downplay them. Pisces shines when they're in a safe, supportive environment, but put them in the spotlight and they'll shrink back fast. Still, when they channel their creativity, they can surprise everyone, including themselves. Confidence doesn't come naturally to Pisces, but when it does show up, it's usually tied to their passion and their incredible imagination. Number 11. Virgo. Virgos are perfectionists, and that perfectionism often eats away at their confidence. They can be brilliant and talented, but rarely see themselves that way because they're too busy critiquing their every move. Even when others are praising them, Virgo is silently listing 10 ways they could have done better. Their confidence grows when they're in control and have things running smoothly, but insecurity creeps in quickly if they feel unprepared. Virgos may not always exude confidence, but when they finally recognize their worth, they can impress anyone with their competence and sharp eye for detail. Number 10. Cancer. Cancers are nurturing and protective, but when it comes to confidence, they can be a little fragile. Their sense of self-worth often depends on how others treat them. If they feel supported, they'll glow with quiet confidence, but if they feel rejected or criticized, they may spiral into self-doubt. Cancers thrive when they're surrounded by people who appreciate their soft heart and loyalty. They're not the type to walk into a room and demand attention, but they are confident in their ability to care for and connect with people on a deep, emotional level. Number 9. Gemini. Geminis ooze social confidence. They're witty, clever, and quick on their feet, which makes them seem at ease in almost any situation. But their confidence comes and goes. It's tied to their ever-changing moods. One day, they're fearless and charming. The next, they're overthinking and doubting themselves. Still, most people would never guess, because Gemini knows how to mask insecurity with humor and charm. Their ability to talk to anyone, anywhere, is a huge confidence booster. Even if they're not always steady on the inside, their outgoing vibe makes them appear far more confident than they sometimes feel. Number 8. Libra. Libras are charming and socially confident. They know how to work a room, flirt effortlessly, and keep conversations flowing. But underneath, their confidence can waver if they're not getting enough approval from others. Libras sometimes rely too much on external validation, which makes their confidence feel inconsistent. Still, in most social settings, they seem effortlessly poised and graceful. Libra's confidence thrives in relationships and friendships, where their natural diplomacy and people skills make them shine. They may not always feel as confident as they look, but they know how to project it convincingly. Number 7. Capricorn. Capricorns are ambitious, but their confidence is more about discipline than swagger. They rely on hard work and achievements to prove their worth, which means their confidence can rise and fall with their success. They might not be the loudest in the room, but they're steady, reliable, and quietly proud of what they build. Capricorn's confidence is built over time. Each accomplishment adds another brick to their self-assurance. They may not brag, but deep down, they know what they're capable of. Their quiet, earned confidence makes them solid and dependable, even if not always flashy. Number 6. Taurus. Taurus has a grounded, steady kind of confidence. They're not showy, but they're secure in who they are and what they like. You won't see them desperately chasing validation because they already know their worth. Still, they're not completely free from insecurity, especially if they feel their stability is threatened. Their confidence shines brightest when they're in their comfort zone, surrounded by good food, good company, and financial security. Taurus may not strut, but their quiet self-assurance is strong enough to make others feel safe around them. Number 5. Aquarius. Aquarius isn't the loud center of attention type, but they're quietly confident in who they are. They don't care much about fitting in, which ironically makes them magnetic. Their confidence comes from individuality. They march to the beat of their own drum and don't apologize for it. If someone doesn't like them, Aquarius shrugs it off and moves on. They may not boast or show off, but their strong sense of self makes them stand tall. Aquarius is confident in their ideas, their independence, and their uniqueness, even if they aren't the flashiest sign in the room. Number 4, Aries. Aries exudes boldness. They're natural risk-takers who thrive on challenges, which makes them seem fearless. Confidence is their default mode. They'll try new things without hesitation and bounce back quickly from failure. Still, their confidence can sometimes be a little over the top, leading them to act before thinking. They believe in themselves so much that it can border on arrogance, but hey, that's part of their charm. Aries walks into a room like they own it, and half the time, people believe them. Even when they mess up, their fiery energy makes them hard not to admire. Number 3, Sagittarius. Sagittarius radiates confidence through their adventurous spirit. They're optimistic, bold, and unafraid to step into the unknown. Failure doesn't scare them because they see every mistake as a lesson, which only adds to their fearless vibe. Their natural enthusiasm makes people believe in them, even when they're winging it. Sagittarius doesn't just look confident, they genuinely feel it. Their belief in possibilities and their zest for life give them a glow that's hard to ignore. When they walk into a room, they bring a mix of humor, curiosity, and energy that makes them seem unstoppable. Number 2, Scorpio. Scorpios may not be loud about it, but they are some of the most confident signs of all. Their confidence comes from within. They don't need applause or validation because they know their power. Scorpios exude a quiet intensity that makes people respect them without question. They don't need to be the center of attention. In fact, they prefer the mystery. But their self-assurance is undeniable. When Scorpio walks into a room, you can feel it. Their confidence isn't flashy, it's magnetic, unshakable, and deeply rooted in knowing exactly who they are and what they're capable of. Number 1, Leo. Leos are the poster child for confidence. They love attention, thrive in the spotlight, and genuinely believe they're worthy of admiration. And honestly, they usually are. Leos walk, talk, and breathe self-assurance, which makes people naturally gravitate toward them. Of course, some of this is fueled by their need for validation, but they're masters at keeping that hidden. Even when they're insecure, they'll fake it until they make it, and most people won't notice the difference. Leo's natural charisma and bold presence make them the most confident sign of the Zodiac. Do you agree with this ranking of the Zodiac signs from least to most confident? Did your sign land where you expected, or do you think it deserves a different spot? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to know how you see your sign's confidence in real life.